Good afternoon. Latest on the John Gruden coaching situation and the coaching search is as follows. As you know, John Kirby Hocutt met with John Gruden this morning in Tampa. Um, by 12 o'clock, the media outlets from ESPN, now Fox Sports, saying he wasn't coming here. There was 0% chance John Gruden coaches the Miami Hurricanes. So, with that said, we could tell you pretty much for certain John Gruden is out of the running. We are not going to get John Gruden. Sad, but we have to move on. The guys now we're going after is Dan Mullen. In fact, he's coming into South Florida tonight or tomorrow to meet for a meeting tomorrow with if we want to go the safe route, this may be the guy. This is, like I said, this is Plan B. If Gruden passed, which he now has, look for this to be Dan Mullen to get this job. That there are others in the mix: Jim Harbaugh, Chris Peterson, Randy Edsall. And also Mike Leach. Let me address each of those in particular. First, I want to address Jim Harbaugh. It has been rumored Jim Harbaugh does not like the East Coast. He's going to be either going to the league if there's a league in 2011, or he goes to Michigan if Rod is canned in Ann Arbor. So. If it's none of those two happen, he's staying on the West Coast because Stanford can offer more money wise than we can right now. So Jim Harbaugh most likely either goes to Michigan, goes to the league, or stays in Palo Alto. So that's where we stand on Harbaugh. Chris Peterson. Now the thing with Pete is this: the last two, like I said yesterday, I don't see Pete coming. Only for this reason. Yes, Boise's going to the Mountain West Conference in a couple of years. But the thing with that you have to keep in mind is this. The last two coaches that failed when they left Boise failed miserably. Like I said, Dirk Cutter and Dan Hawkins. Does Pete want to have the challenge of duplicating what he's done at Boise? And what he's done at Boise has just been phenomenal. Could he duplicate that same success in South Florida with us? Well, in the ACC conference, that's going to be a little tougher than it is with Boise right now. So if I had to put a guess right now, I would say no go on Peterson as much as I want to, only because of those failures of his predecessors, Hawk and Cutter, when they left Boise. So I just don't see Pete leaving Boise. Next I want to look at is Mike Leach. Now, back in 2006, it has been widely reported that Mike Leach failed the interview miserably with Shalala and Paul D. And they have said, although Trump's pushing Leach to get this job, Leach wants the job. I don't think we're going to interview Mike Leach this time. I just don't see Mike Leach coming here. And recruiting in South Florida, that would be an absolute disaster if Mike Leach came here from a recruiting standpoint. That would give Florida and Florida State all the confidence in the world. Say, listen, you got a goofball in Coral Gables running in Mike Leach. And besides, he's suing ESPN for defamation and all that. And the Adam James thing, I just don't see Mike Leach even getting a whiff this go around. Now, like I said, Dan Mullen. Like I said, Dan Mullen's going to be down here this evening for the interview tomorrow. If you want to play it safe, now that Gruden's out, I would say make a play for Dan Mullen. Dan Mullen's done an excellent job turning around a program in Starkville to now they're in a bowl game. But I think 1 year is a little too inexperienced, and knowing that we need to make a big splash here somehow. As much as I like to have Mullen, some call him Urban Meyer light. I just don't see Mullen getting this. Now Randy Edsall. Now, as you know, Randy Edsall's team will be in Tampa on Saturday night, going for the Big East title and a BCS bid. What Randy Edsall's done up in Stores has just been absolutely amazing. I mean, like I said, I'm on the verge of going to a BCS game. I mean, and he was critical of us 4 years ago when we had the brawl with FIU, saying he would have kicked players off the team if he were coaching instead of Larry Coker. Now, that's one I would have looked at. I don't know if we interviewed him last time, but if not, we should. This is one we should look at this time. So now with Gruden out of the picture, safe choices here are Edsel, Mullen, and I think the long shot here is Peterson. But I got to think in that order. I would go Mullen, Edsel, and maybe Pete. I don't see Harbaugh coming, and I really, in the end, I just don't see Pete coming either. So really, those are the way I'm looking at it right now, and that's the latest as of 4:35 p.m. Wednesday afternoon, December 1st, 2010. Any new updates as they occur? Hopefully, I'll have a new one maybe tomorrow. But I know it's been draining. I'm gonna just take it easy for a little while. If something breaks, I'll be glad to put it up on YouTube. So it's been a roller coaster. It's been draining. Breathe, relax, knowing that we're going to move forward. We'll have a good coach in place, and let's have a big 2011. Go Canes.